our ancestors. We carry their essence, their genes. And we are too, from an understanding of our cultural perspective, we are nature too. We are a part of nature. And so the concept of looking at nature in a way that is full of understanding is the next thing I want to tell you about. That in my work I've come up with this term, it's natural literacy, which means that you can go out into the land, whether it's the ocean, the islands, or the mountains, or the beaches, and you could see things or see it in a way that other people don't see it. And you use a different lens, right? And you notice things. And part of it is that you have the cultural lens. You have the cultural etiquette too. You know how to behave yourself there when you're there. You know how to act, right? And then the other thing is that you're not distracted by things. You're not distracted by media or noises or other things. So part of it is that. And what I would say a good example is like when I go to the beach, I would go there to look at the water and look at the sky and the sand and the shells. But most people go there to get a suntan. They're going there to talk to their friends. They're going there to hang out and listen to music. So it's a completely different thing. And so my work involves a reflection, or I should say an interpretation of that experience of going out into nature. Because you have to have that literacy, right? Like if I were to ask you, hey, what's going on over there? What what kind of trees are those? Most people can't tell you, or right? Or what time of year? What is the wind telling you? What is the weather telling you right now, right? They don't know. They just say, oh, it's windy. That's I don't know what's gonna rain soon, right? Or something, right? So whenever I see fires, I know that the rains are not that far. They're a couple weeks away, right? And I lived here my whole life in Southern California, and I remember when other locations year by year would burn, right? And then weeks after that, the rains would come, and sometimes it would come really hard, right? And so I don't mean to go on a tangent, but I have debated this idea that we have winter, spring, summer, and fall, that we should just call it like fire season and rainy season and so on, because it makes more sense. Nobody knows what season it is anymore, right? So because the weather's telling us, and that's the real literacy there, is to read the land, read the nature, and understand that we are subject to that. We're not in charge of it. We can't determine it in a way that I guess people are not willing to understand. I mean, that's something key. That's something really core, is to understand where we are as humans in relationship to nature.